Are you looking for the best portable Bluetooth speakers? In this video we will look at some of the 9 best speakers on the market before we get started with our video. We have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Soundcore Motion 300 Portable Bluetooth Speaker. This speaker is a bit of an outlier because of its size. Honestly, we almost didn't include it on this list because of it. However, after internal discussions, we decided that the sound quality, volume, and price make it one of the best in its category for the kinds of travel we envisioned using it for. What kind of travel is that? We wouldn't recommend throwing this in your personal item-sized bag, though it would fit. And it would even take up a lot of space in a carry-on backpack. Still, this speaker shines inside carry-on or checked rolling luggage, on a road trip, or at home with friends. It's a great speaker to use daily, and you can take it on trips that allow for more space and where party vibes are a priority. We love it for that. The bass is excellent, which isn't something that we were able to say very often when testing the speakers on this list, and we rated the overall sound quality an 8 out of 10. The highs are almost untouched by the bass, even at louder volumes. If you're listening to something with hard-hitting bass, you may experience some meddling between the mids and the lows, but overall, we're happy with it. This speaker is loud enough to fill the entire pack hacker office, which is certainly larger than your hotel room and probably bigger than the living area of your Airbnb. Plus, the speaker has an IPX7 rating and a loop for attaching it to things. At number 2. Altec Lansing HydraTrek Rugged Waterproof Bluetooth Speaker. For years, we've been looking for a replacement for the Altec Lansing Mini H2O waterproof Bluetooth speaker, one of our favorite and most recommended speakers. Its price, waterproofness, and ease of use made it a solid shout for personal use and travel. Sadly, that speaker still used a micro USB cable and appeared to be on its way out, so it left our recommendation list. Finally, it was replaced by the Altec Lansing HydraTrek Rugged EVRYTHANGPROF Portable Bluetooth Speaker, which has all of the features we loved about our former love, plus some. At the time of writing, this speaker costs between $15 and $25, depending on where you purchase it. It has an IP67 rating and floats, so you don't have to worry about using it by the water. The simple design makes it just as easy to use as its predecessor, and it has a USB-C port for charging, which brings this speaker into the modern era. It's magnetic, too, which makes it easy to find a place to put it while you're listening to music inside. It even has a mount, so you can attach it to things like your bicycle. Similar to the previous model we held so dearly, this speaker's Achilles heel is sound quality. Don't get it twisted. We're impressed at how good it sounds given its price. It's also better than the previous version, and the bass is greatly improved. Still, songs with a lot of bass will muddy the mids and highs and cause the speaker to shake and move around at high volumes. It handles most genres of music fine, and this speaker performs well compared to other budget-friendly models. Podcasts sound fine, too. Overall, the sound quality of this speaker scores a 6.5 out of 10, which is better than the previous Altec Lansing speaker we had. Considering all the new features and a similar price tag, we can't complain much about that. At number 3. Ultimate Ears WONDERBOOM 4. The Ultimate Ears WONDERBOOM 4 is larger than we thought it would be after seeing photos online compared to when we got it in hand, but don't let that deter you. One of the selling points is that there's an EQ setting for podcasts, which is handy for people who struggle to hear voices when using smaller Bluetooth speakers. It isn't revolutionary, but this feature isn't often available on speakers in this price range and size. The bass isn't top-notch. However, we describe it as just enough to notice, which is solid for a small Bluetooth speaker. We rated the sound quality as 7 out of 10, which is good for this list. We were impressed that the highs survived when we turned the speaker up, even with the bass we mentioned earlier. The speaker has a loop, which is handy for attaching it to things, and is equipped with an IP67 rating, ensuring you can get down and dirty with this thing while you're getting down and dirty to your tunes. Plus, Ultimate Ears describes the rating as awe-inspiring, so be prepared to have your awe inspired. At number 4. DeWalt Jobsite Pro Wearable Speaker. The DeWalt wearable Bluetooth speaker is one of the smallest we've ever tested, making it an excellent choice for travelers worried about weight and size. It feels like a mini CB radio microphone with a small clip on the back, so you can attach it to your clothing to bring the music wherever you're going. The IP56 rating ensures you don't have to worry about spills or accidental drops, and the speaker charges with a USB-C cable, so you don't have to purchase anything new or bring a dated charging system. Due to its size, we were expecting the sound quality on this speaker to be worse than most of the travel speakers on this list. However, it performed better than we thought. There is little to no bass, but we're not surprised. Bass-heavy songs will sound muddy in the mids and the highs, though we find it performs well for music without thumping bass, and the sound quality is pretty solid. All things considered, we've scored it a 5.5 out of 10. For podcasts, it performs well, too. This speaker definitely looks like DeWalt made it. Its vibe is similar to their line of tools. However, for the price, you'll struggle to find a model that is as durable or as easy to clip onto your clothing without causing a fuss. At number 5. Tribit StormBox Micro 2 Portable Speaker. When scouring the internet for travel gear, we try to find items you can use for multiple things. Typically, this comes in the form of a packable jacket you can use as a pillow on the plane or a travel backpack that's comfortable enough to be used as a day pack. However, in the case of the Tribit StormBox Micro 2 portable speaker, we've got a Bluetooth speaker that functions as a battery bank in a pinch. The speaker has a 4700 mAh battery, which isn't massive but will offer some extra juice if your phone is low and you need to get directions home or an Uber. It shouldn't replace your 20,000 mAh battery bank. However, the Tribit StormBox Micro 2 portable speaker isn't a bad switch if you use a small battery bank for emergencies. The bass from the speaker is substantial, and we scored the sound quality a 7 out of 10 for all sorts of music. The highs survive and pair nicely with the bass, which isn't always the case for speakers of this size. For its weight, we feel that the speaker should be a bit louder. However, the quality and density of the noise are commendable. The speaker will fit into a large coat pocket and has a small attachment strap, which won't work for larger points of contact. However, it comes in handy and integrates nicely into the speaker's design. At number 6. OutdoorTek Bolt Magnetic Water Resistant Bluetooth Speaker. The OutdoorTek Bolt Magnetic Water Resistant Bluetooth speaker is something we haven't seen on many other models, a magnet. Whether it's a fridge or a steel beam, you can place the speaker at an adequate height to ensure the music or podcast you're listening to doesn't get blocked by obstructions. This might sound like a gimmick, but we've enjoyed using it. You're almost always around metal objects, so finding a place to put the speaker is easy. Sometimes, the magnet won't be as helpful, like while you're lounging in the sand at the beach, but you can still set it on the flat side like a standard speaker. In testing, we noted that the bass was substantial, even when listening to thumping songs. The sound quality rated as 7 out of 10. The highs survive the bass, which is often an issue for portable Bluetooth speakers. It does feel like it should be louder for its weight. However, some of that mass is likely due to the magnet. Still, we're happy with the quality, bass, and functionality of the OutdoorTek Bolt Magnetic Water Resistant Bluetooth speaker. Plus, it has an IPX6 rating and a loop to hang the speaker onto things when there's no metal around. At number 7. MUZEN Wild Go Bluetooth Speaker. At Pack Hacker, we're more meat and potatoes than flashy. However, the MUZEN Wild Go Bluetooth speaker's design is worth commending. It has actual buttons and knobs, which is incredibly rare for modern Bluetooth speakers. We're used to seeing somewhat hard to find and press buttons, which are sleek but not always the easiest to use. The MUZEN Wild Go Bluetooth speaker is a blast from the past with modern amenities. The speaker is palmable, too, so you can easily carry it around or stow it in your pocket or sling. Bass is almost non-existent, but we didn't expect much from such a small speaker. The sound quality scores a 5.5 out of 10, which isn't great. However, that's compared to bigger and better speakers, which might not be totally fair. Still, the highs survive louder volumes on thumping songs, even if the bass leaves something to be desired. The speaker has an IPX5 rating, too, so spills and rain aren't a problem. Though it isn't the best performer, its size and neat style make it worth looking at. At number 8. Soundcore Select 4 Go Bluetooth Speaker. The Soundcore Select 4Go Bluetooth shower speaker by Anker will fit into a large coat pocket, but you'll struggle to fit it on your person without a sling. Still, it's small enough to fit into your travel backpack or daypack without issue, and it's a solid option for jamming in the hotel before a night out, playing pickup basketball in the park with locals, or at the beach with your besties. It has rubberized feet to keep the speaker from slipping around, even on slippery surfaces, a small loop to attach the speaker to things, and a sleek look with an IP67 rating, which protects from almost anything you can throw at it, or accidentally throw it into. The speaker feels like a competitor to the JBL Clip series, as it has similar sound quality and a loop for easy access on the go. We'd give the Clip the leg up regarding portability, but the Soundcore edges it out in terms of sound. There isn't a ton of bass, but you can hear it, and the speaker handles it well. It doesn't muddy the mids or the highs until the very top volume level, and even then, it's still listenable. The sound feels very full for a speaker of this size, and if you use it in the shower as Anker intended, it'll feel like you're in the middle of a pit at the concert because the sound will fill the room. Additionally, voices on podcasts sound fantastic. For this speaker, we're going with a 7.5 out of 10. At number 9. Ultimate Ears EPICBOOM. The Ultimate Ears EPICBOOM is another portable Bluetooth speaker that's offered at a more affordable price. You'll notice that Ultimate Ears speakers make up a few of our picks in this article due to their compact, user-friendly designs that facilitate great directivity. This speaker is no exception, and its portable design makes it suitable for use at home or while on the go. It's a little on the heavier side, but its built-in strap helps you transport it wherever you go. Additionally, it's sturdy, boasting an IP67 rating for dust and water resistance that protects it against the elements. You can choose from either black or white color variants. As for the sound, this speaker boasts numerous features to enhance your listening experience. Its adaptive EQ feature automatically adjusts the device's sound to your room's unique acoustics, which is a nice touch. Additionally, its graphic EQ and presets allow for some manual tuning. However, compared to the more premium JBL Boombox 4, it doesn't reproduce as much low bass. Its 15-hour battery life isn't quite as impressive and may be limiting for longer trips away. If you need something slightly more portable with a longer battery life, it's worth checking out the Ultimate Ears EPICBOOM instead. It can't get as loud, though, and lacks a bit of low-end thump compared to the EPICBOOM.